Corpse Bride came out in 2005 and I feel like was a good gateway for a lot of young children into the world of horror, because it's a children's film, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's child friendly. There's a lot of murder and a lot of death and a lot of corpses. I've always wanted to kind of look like Emily, who is the Corpse Bride in Corpse Bride, so I decided to make myself look like her, which you already know because of the title of this video. Thankfully I've had a dress. I got given a wedding dress by my aunt, I stole it from her, not her wedding dress, to clarify. My aunt buys wedding dresses at charity shops, like second-hand dresses at charity shops, and she purposely bought it for Corpse Bride reasons. And I went round to hers and I saw it and I was like, oh, can I have that? And she said yes, so she'd be proud. So yeah, that's what this video is. I hope you enjoy. Like this video for more content like this, and go check out my other videos too. But after you've watched this one, some will be linked at the end, don't worry. Let us get on with the video. Past me with less makeup on. Let's go. I think I'm wearing less makeup in the next clip. Let's go. It is 10 to 10 at night and I have to get up for work in the morning. However, I wanted to show... Do you mind? I wanted to show you guys the dress that I was working with, because then it means that tomorrow morning, or tomorrow when I get back from work, if I feel the desire to, I can just start mutilating this and I don't need to worry about it. So that's what we're doing. This is what I'm working with, and this is the reference picture. You see what I'm trying to get. Yeah. So from my memory, because you can see the reference picture, I cannot. From my memory, she has a hole on one of these bits with a rib sticking out and it's grubby. And then she has a split of a seam. I've had this dress for about 4 months and I've just not done anything with it. So we're going to do that today. So maybe not tonight. Tonight I should probably clear my bed and get ready for work. We're going to see how well that does, and then I'll get back to you. This is what the dress looks like on. I can't move my legs. It's got a slight slit in the back, which ideally I want in the front, but I don't think... I didn't know whether or not the slit that was in the back of the dress would work if I turned it round the other way for the front slit of the dress. So I tried it on and it did, but the top part was then completely wrong. So I ended up taking it off, lying it on the ground and cutting the equal back bit missing from the back and the front. I then proceeded to cut a hole where her hole is in her dress when it was on Anna. Is it really a video of mine if I'm not setting something on fire? I don't know whether or not this is a good thing to lean into or a really bad thing. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't know whether or not it's a good or a bad thing. However, I ended up hemming the edges by lighting them on fire. I did this for a multitude of reasons. I thought, I don't think I can do a good job at hemming it and make it look as neat as the rest of the dress. And if it's torn and slightly burnt, it will look more decayed. So I kind of lent into it, and that's the excuse that I have for burning it rather than actually, sewing it. I got 3 little bits of white scrap fabric and I made them into tubes. I tried to make them bulky so that they look like bone rather than material. I then proceeded to sew them so they were little tubey bits, and then I sewed it into the first layer of the dress. Where this dress was an actual wedding dress, it had multiple layers for the bodice piece, so I sewed it into the first bit that was closest to my body, because then you wouldn't be able to see the thread from the outside. Ribs are ribbing, slit is slitting. It doesn't matter that this is a bit funky, because it's going to be a tattered dress, so I'm going to tatter it anyway. This, I've got a shirt under it, which is the black, otherwise it would just be skin. It looks silly around the back, because I was debating whether or not I didn't need to put a bit of material behind, and whether or not I could just wear a shirt under, but as you can see, it looks, this is something that you need to wear without anything under. So I'm going to apply a bit of black. Oh my god, the person who was in this dress had a lot smaller booty than me. I'm going to put this, which is just from an old pillowcase that I have. I'm going to just put a small block behind. I would say that I will wait for them to stop doing work next door, however that's going to take a very long time if I stop, so you're going to have to put up with it, okay? I have to cope with it, you have to cope with it. I got a little piece of scrap black fabric and I'm getting distracted. I then proceeded to sew all around the edge, but a very loose stitch because I wanted it to have some sort of mobility so that it wouldn't look really fixed and fake. I wanted it to look like it was my insides rather than it being a bit of material. Makes sense? That makes sense. I then put it on my mannequin and I weathered it. I did it around the collar, the armholes, the slit in the front, plus the hole in the front. I also added a little bit to the actual ribs to try and give it more dimension, make it look slightly more realistic, rather than just this very white thing sticking out. I think I did all right. I covered the very bottom of it just in the black paint. I then proceeded to put a bit of the black paint into a bucket, or like it is a bin technically. I put some black paint into the bin. I then filled it with hot water because in hopes that it would then be more likely to melt into the fabric. So I did that. I then basically took it outside. I put it on my washing line, and then I scrubbed the ends of it so that it became grubby. I can't show you at the moment because we've got people in the garden, but I will show you it when it's dry and I can bring it back in. It looks grubby. I'm basically going to do the same process on a makeshift veil. I'm going to get some of my net curtain out from my fabric. I'm going to make a veil. Once I have said veil, I'm going to do exactly what I did before. Put some black paint into there, dunk it in just to give it a grubby colour because hers isn't entirely white. And it gives it some aging. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I have quite a few just net curtains, so I basically went through my net curtains and found the one that I thought looked most like a veil. It had where it is a net curtain, it already had a tube at the front where you can hang it up, and I got a piece of silver thread and I cut it for the length of my head, and then I proceeded to loop it through the already existing hole before burning the ends so that they didn't fray. Three things that I need to get done today. So I watched Claw's Bride. And I realised that although she does have a veil, she has like a thing around here and it's got flowers on, and then she has the veil. So, plan for today is to make this a proper veil. Once that is done, the entire outfit will be done. No, not the entire outfit, sorry. Once the veil has been done, I then just need to wait for, I've ordered some skeleton tights online, and I'm going to turn them into the skeleton arm and leg. So when I said that I have 3 things that I need to get done today, that was a lie. I have 4 things I need to get done today because I just got something in the post. So, thing 1 that is the most important thing to this video is I need to make a veil. Second thing, I need to laminate these for a game. Third thing, I need to make a skirt because I keep meaning to make it, and I figured I'm feeling creative. I won't be able to do much more creatively for this until after all the bits come. All the bits come at the end of the month. So I might as well use my creativeness to make a skirt. Fourth thing, because I just got this in the post, and it makes me happy. So I think I'm going to need to do a little photo shoot wearing this. I need tiny flowers. Do I have tiny flowers? I've got some flowers somewhere. I might make a skirt because I don't know where my flowers are. We'll pretend that this was definitely the same day. And how have I got a cut on my finger? Sorry, very easily distracted. We'll pretend that this was definitely the same day and not a different day, alright? And not like actually several weeks later, in fact. Yeah, cool, good chat. I got some flowers I had laying around for when I did my doll cosplay from Black Butler Circus edition, and I painted them off screen the same black and blue colour, and then I just hot glued them onto this headband, as well as hot gluing the veil onto the headband too. So I originally ordered a pair of skeleton tights that I was going to use for this. However, they never arrived, so I ended up procrastinating actually making myself one. But when I eventually did, I got a pair of tights, cut them in half so I had a leg each. I put one leg onto Elsa's spare arm and then hot glued some bone onto it before putting it on my arm and cutting a finger hole so that I could actually wear it on my arm. So I was going to use Elsa's leg, much like I used her arm, to get an idea of where I need to hot glue things. Also then I can hot glue things and it won't hurt my leg, but I can still hot glue things. So I was going to use her leg, but it's currently got all my spare hangers on it, and also it's currently got some shibari on it. So rip my leg because I'm going to hot glue it. I've changed into my shorts so that I can put it on my leg and still be decent whilst on screen with you guys. I got the leg piece, I cut out some white bone, I then hot glued the white bone from material onto the leg piece where it was necessary, in a similar sense that I did with the arm. I then was meant to attach the arm and the leg piece to the dress, however I couldn't be bothered / ran out of time, so I just ended up wearing them, and with all that, it is montage time.